Now to an emotional plea for answers after an Alabama police department admits the man they killed during a mall shooting on Thanksgiving night, quoting now, likely was not the gunman. His family broke down as they described their son and brother, E.J. Bradford Jr., as a loving man who cared for his sick father and thought of others before himself. We are left with more questions than answers at this point during the investigation, with police releasing few details from the incident so far, and his family sharing a heartbreaking account saying police never called to let them know of EJ's death. They say they learned everything through social media, and now they are demanding an apology, accountability, and the release of all videos from the incident. Here is one of EJ's brothers.
We weren't even contacted. I had to get on Facebook to see a video of him shot, bleeding. No police officers covered him up at all. I would never see him come through the house anymore. You know, tell him, hey, be careful out in these streets, give him a word of advice or anything, and you guys just took him. In the Hoover Police Department, you guys dropped the ball in a major way, seriously. And for you not to even call and give your condolences shows what type of character that the mayor and Hoover PD has for our family. This family would never be the same at all, and it hurts me.
CNN's Natasha Chen joins me right now, and then there's deafening silence coming from the police or even the mayor or anyone to respond to this family.
And we've asked a lot of questions to the police over the last couple of days. Still no response to those questions. I also spoke with Benjamin Crump again on the phone. That's the family's attorney after he spoke here on the air within the past hour. Just to clarify that the 18-year-old and 12-year-old who were injured in this incident on Thanksgiving were taken to the hospital. We actually do not know their conditions right now. Now, the Bradford family also said that they have obtained video of the incident that shows exactly what happened and how EJ was shot. Mr. Crump, their attorney, says they're considering releasing this video themselves while also calling on police to release all the surveillance video they have. Now, both of EJ Jr.'s parents are deeply upset, especially because police have not contacted the family since this happened.
It hurts me to the core. My son is gone. I can't get him back. But you vilified my son like he was a straight criminal.
Nobody even took the time or had the decency to notify me of my son's death. Instead, it's flashed all over social media. There is no way that any parent should have to find out the death of their child.
This all started because police said there was a fight of some kind at the mall on Thanksgiving night, resulting in two people being shot, that 18-year-old and 12-year-old. They initially told the public one of their officers working off duty as mall security shot and killed the man responsible. But then they issued a statement late Friday, early Saturday, saying the person they killed, E.J. Bradford Jr., was likely not responsible for injuring the others, but that they believe he was involved somehow in that altercation. Police are still looking for at least one gunman responsible for that shooting. The family's attorney said they're not planning any protest at this moment, but another group is. They will be gathering, Fred, at the Hoover Police Department tomorrow night.
All right, let us know what you learn. Thank you so much. All right, last hour I spoke to prominent civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump, who is now representing EJ's family, and he was also joined by EJ's father, Emantic Bradford Sr., and here's what they had to say.
It's frustrating because I feel like you should have reached out to me and his mother, but nobody did, and that's not protocol for you just to do something, kill my child, and not respond when we calling you.
Mr. Bradford knows his son. Mr. Bradford is battling cancer. He's retiring this week, upcoming, from the Birmingham Police Department. His son would leave work after a full day of working and come and check on his father every day. So Mr. Bradford and his mother, April, knew that this wasn't true about their son shooting somebody. And the whole notion that they would unjustifiably pull the trigger and release this information is almost as worse as the Hoover police officer who unjustifiably saw a black man with a gun and made a decision within milliseconds, according to witnesses, to shoot him in his face. They don't even know if they can have an open casket funeral. And so it's just troubling when you see this pattern, whether it's Jamel Robinson in Chicago or now here in Birmingham, the epicenter of the civil rights movement, where this suggestion by the top leaders in our country that if the good guys had guns, maybe they could help with some of these mass shooters of the bad guys who have guns. Where if you're black and you're a good guy with a gun, the police doesn't see you as a good guy. They just see you as a criminal and they shoot and kill you. And that is what is devastating to Mr. Bradford, who himself is part of the law enforcement family.